Okay, perfect. So I want to make sure that for the next 25 to 35 minutes that you take copious notes and you are uninterrupted, because the information that we're going to share with you today is literally helping people live a completely different lifestyle, right? The money that we're going to talk about today, but more importantly, yes, there's a lot of money to be made, but how is that money made? Through making a lot of impact as well. So my name is JC Rangel. I actually got started in the solar industry back in 2020, two weeks after the pandemic started. And when I got started in that industry, it wasn't the best time, as you know, to say the least. But over the course of 3 years, I was able to personally sell over. I was able to personally sell over 300. Sorry, I got a bunch of things popping up in my screen. So over those 3 years, I was able to sell over 320 solar jobs myself, and my team was able to do over 2,100 solar installations, totaling over $150 million in sales volume in our first 3 years. What we're doing now is significantly greater than that. So what I recommend one more time is that take copious notes. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to start off this presentation, then I'm going to pass it back to Mr. Bean. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to talk about Byld Network and Oncore Solar. Oncore Solar being the solar division for our company. But Byld Network, our focus is to show people and help people how to build their mindset, build their business, and how to also build their net worth. But who are we? Byld Network, we are a direct sales company and a community of like-minded individuals that are showing people and helping people how to build a real business. And when we look at the state of the economy, right? Why build a business? Well, frankly, nobody's going to come and save us. Nobody's going to come and save me. Nobody's going to come and save you. Okay? Entrepreneurship has always been a good idea. I believe, and we believe here at Byld Network and Oncore Solar, that right now, more than ever before, is the best time to build a business. And it's more of a necessity. It's more of a must these days, because here's the reason why. When we look at the current financial situation, I think we can all agree, debt crisis, layoffs, inflation is at an all-time high, right? Higher taxes, interest rates, bankruptcies, recession, job displacements. The current financial situation is not very good. And again, as we mentioned earlier, nobody's going to come and save us. We believe that we have the best kept secret in business. I recommend one more time that you stay till the end. You pay close attention and take copious notes, because people are looking for an opportunity. People that you know, people that I know are looking for an opportunity. And here's the deal. Everybody's used to this already. We live in the gig economy. Okay. This is the age of the gig economy. People are driving for Uber Eats, or just, Uber, Etsy, people have their Shopify stores, their Airbnb business. People are looking for ways, and they have been, frankly, for the last 5-10 years, it's skyrocketed how many people are looking to get into business, how to have a side gig. People are primed for this business more than ever before. Now, what do we personally look for in a business? Here's what we look for. We look for industries that have a big target market, but at the same time, low market penetration, right? We look for services, goods, essential goods and services like gas, electricity, water. But here's a key one, and we should make this one bold on the PowerPoint. Industries that thrive whether the economy is good or the economy is bad. If the economy is bad, crime goes up. One of our products exists. If the economy is bad, people want to save more money. That's where we, as a solar heroes with our solar division, come in. And we're going to touch on those points here a little bit later. So this is a little bit about our services. We have the high ticket services, the high commission services on the left. We've got Oncore Solar being our solar division, right? Oncore Solar is a division, and our installers freedom forever. And then we also offer home security for residential and for commercial through ADT and Brinks, two of the largest home security companies in America. And then on the right side, we've got our residual income products, which are optional as well. On the right side of the quadrant, you've got the Byld Rewards app and the Smart Money Club. We're going to break everything down here today. But before we get into that, let's talk about solar. Why solar? Let's look at some of these things. Why get involved in the solar industry? Let's talk about the size and the timing of the opportunity, right? So the size and the timing of the opportunity, 130 million homes in America currently connected to the dirty energy grid. 90 of those 130 million 90 million qualify for zero down solar. And approximately about 3.5 million have gone solar. Actually, no, that's outdated. America just hit 5 million. I can't believe we haven't updated this. This came out last week. America hit 5 million homes in America that have gone solar. Wow. I knew that we were outdated here. I didn't realize that we were 1.5 million off. So that is a big milestone, 5 million homes. And if you start to pay attention and you start to drive around, when you go to work, when you go pick up your kids from school, you will start to notice, hey, that home did not have solar last week. That business did not have solar. That other house did not have solar. You will start seeing that the world is going renewable energy. So there's about 85 million homes currently that qualify for what we offer. That is a tremendous opportunity. And here's one key fact that I want you to know. There was a famous billionaire that once said, if you want to get wealthy, identify where the masses are going and get there first. Ladies and gentlemen, the masses are going solar and renewable energy with or without you, with or without me. They're going to go solar with or without any of us. This is inevitable. Ask yourself this question. With the government pushing electric vehicles in California, since 2020, every house must have solar. Since 2020. I live in California. That's a law. By 2035, they're not going to sell gas-powered vehicles here in California anymore. And by 2045, every house in the Golden State must have solar. What does that mean? Here's what it means. It means that is a clue. The world is going, and as California goes, other states follow, whether for the good or for the bad, other states follow. Then they're pushing gas appliances. So after knowing this information, gas-powered vehicles, for example, in 2019 hit their peak. In 2019, gas-powered vehicles hit their peak in sales. Since then, they've been declining. Why? Because Tesla is now the new Corolla. 10 years ago, there was Corollas everywhere, right? That was the most popular car 10 years ago. Now, what do you see everywhere? Teslas everywhere. In the next 20 years, most people that you know, I'm talking about 80, 90% will be driving electric vehicles and driving them home to a home that has solar panels on the roof. That is the opportunity that we're talking about. But here's the thing. Why are consumers so attracted to solar? They save up to 50% on their energy costs. Let's dissect this for a second. How many people here in the chat, and I can see in the video here, if we could get some participation, those of you guys that could turn on your camera, please do so. If you can't, that's okay. How many of you guys have always had an electric bill by a show of hands? You can put it in the chat as well. Yes, you've always had an electric bill. Well, here's the deal. You've always had an electric bill, and that bill will always go up over time. Over time, that bill is always going to go up. You've always had it, you will always have it, and it will always go up over time. So what if, in other words, that electric bill has no end date? I don't know about you, but when it comes to bills, I prefer those that have an end date versus those that don't have an end date. When they go solar, the solar system replaces the electricity payment from your utility company. Instead of paying this much, you're paying this much. You could save up to 50%, and it has an end date. There's zero money down options. There's no down payment to go solar. You also have blackout protection when we use our batteries. The government saying, hey, we'll cover 30% of that bill for you. The government says, we want you to go solar so bad, we will cover 30% of the bill for you through a federal tax credit. You immediately increase the value of your home, and you've got clean energy, right, that is better for the environment. And let's look at some numbers. In 2021, every minute of the year, somebody went solar. In 2022, every 44 seconds, somebody went solar in America. Last year, every 39 seconds, somebody went solar. The question is, do you guys see a trend here, right? The trend is people are going renewable energy. Our installation partner, we use the best in the business, Freedom Forever. Over 150,000 successful installations. 0.0018 negative reviews. Imagine 0.0018 negative reviews. They're the best in the business. We're going on people's roofs. We're installing panels. We're poking holes to the roof to put these panels on, doing the job the right way with only W-2 employed installers. We don't use subcontractors. If you ever see a company that sells solar, there's a 95% chance that that company uses subcontractors. Our installer doesn't. They only use W-2 employees to install their jobs. Okay, they're certified. They came out on the Inc. 5000 list 5 years in a row in the 5,000 fastest growing companies in America. And part of the reason why also is they have the best warranty in the industry. They have a 25-year production guarantee that not only comes from the manufacturer, but it comes from Freedom Forever. If the customer's panels system ends up malfunctioning for whatever reason, and they not only will we go out and fix it, but what will happen is this: we'll fix it, but if the customer received any bills because of that, any fees from the utility company because their system was temporarily down for a day or two, Freedom will cover that. We'll send them a check to cover that difference. That is something I've got a lot of experience in solar, 2,100 installs in the last 3 years, right? Over $105 million in sales. I know all the players in the industry. When we decided to come and partner with Freedom Forever, that is the reason why we want to do it, because we knew that they were the best in the business. They also cover 66% of America and growing. We're currently in 35 states, and we're constantly adding more states. So, ladies and gentlemen, the question is simple. When you look at this image here, the majority of the homes, not only in this image, but in any aerial image, the majority of the homes, as you see, do not have solar. The question is, what do you see here? What word comes to mind? The word that comes to mind for me when I saw this image is opportunity, right? So let's look at some examples. Let's talk about the money. You've got a customer here in California. They were paying an average of $287 per month. That is their average. What does that mean? That means that some months, the lower months, they were probably paying $150 a month. Summer months, they were paying $400, $450 per month. Their average was $287, right? When they went solar with our company, we were able to bring that payment from $287 to $148 per month. Fixed with a 30% tax credit. I don't know about you, but any bill that is $287, if you could switch it for me and make it $148 for a bill that I have to pay no matter what, that is a good deal. I'm going to listen. By the way, the commission on that deal, the sales rep made just shy of $7,000. So you talk about a win-win. Customer wins, the sales rep wins, the environment wins, the company wins. This is a quadruple win. $7,000. The customer's paying almost $300 a month. Let's cut that bill nearly in half, right? No money out of pocket for a bill that you've always had, that you will always have, and they will always go up over time. I truly believe that this is the easiest sale in the world. Let's look at the customer number 2. This is a customer in Florida. This customer, this customer in Florida was paying $410 per month. At $410 per month, ladies and gentlemen, is what this customer was paying. We brought him down to $290. At $290 per month, what are we saving him? $120 per month. The commission on that deal was $8,000, a little bit over $8,000. That was a 45-minute conversation via Zoom on average with both of these customers. I believe that, and this is one of the phrases, the quotes that I was calling when I did a training. I said a solar sales presentation is not a presentation, it's an IQ test. It is the easiest sale in the world, in my opinion. So let's keep going. So let's look at energy over time. How does it work? Imagine the customer's paying a modest $150 per month. And at $150 per month, their rate is increasing by an average of 6 to 8% annually. That means that $150 payment, ladies and gentlemen, in 10 years will be $300. It's just going up 6 to 8% every year. 10 years, $300. In 30 years, it tenfold. It went from $150 per month to $1,500 per month in 30 years. What if we were just able to bring that customer's payment to $125 fixed? He's paying today $150, but now we bring it down to $125 fixed We saved this customer over $171,000 over the course of 30 years. Somebody asked this last week, and we had a training, somebody asked, do you remember what the price of gas was when you graduated high school? Now, I'm going to date myself here. In 2001, in California, a gallon of gas was $1.17. If you live in California, you know that now it's $6 a gallon, between $5.50 and $7 a gallon. And here's the analogy that they gave. They said, imagine if in 2001, somebody sold you a gas card that would lock in your gas at $1.17 a gallon, and it would never go up ever again. Would that be a good deal? In hindsight, we realized that would be a phenomenal deal, right? Paying $1.17 a gallon instead of $6 a gallon, that'd be great. Well, you can't do that with gas, but you could do that with electricity. But we won't match that payment. We will lower it and make it fixed. That is a beautiful thing about solar. That's why I believe it's the easiest sale in the world. So don't take my word for it. Don't take Oncore Solar's word for it, Byld's word for it, the person that invited you. Don't take their word for it. What did Warren Buffett say? He said that energy deregulation will be the largest transfer of wealth in history. That is not us saying it. That is Warren Buffett saying. You should hear what Elon Musk is saying. And here's another clue. The richest man in the world is in this very industry. He's in the renewable industry. He is in the solar industry. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure, my absolute pleasure, to introduce the next gentleman that's going to be presenting this information to you. The next gentleman that's going to be presenting the compensation plan, how we get paid, is a gentleman that I've got a tremendous amount of respect for. He is somebody that has, when you talk about making money, not only has this gentleman made a lot of money to the tune of multiple seven figures, but more importantly than that, he's helped create seven-figure earners. I cannot think of a better person to break down the compensation plan. So with that being said, let me see if I can get Mr. Bean on the line. Are you there, Mr. Bean?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine, loud and clear.
Man, I tell you, that's no easy task following a legend, man. An icon in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Give him some applause, give him some ones, some dollar signs, because he is a solar genius, guys. He's a beast. And I'm just telling you right now, it's a pleasure to be in business with him. And like you said, when it comes to money, I take pride and pleasure in helping other people make money. And I always tell people this, and you might want to write this down and borrow it if you want to. As a life philosophy, I always put other people's families first, so my family will never be last. Okay, and so I love this. And then when you look at this, this company, as every once in a while, a company comes around that's unique and it separates itself from every other company in the industry, and we call those companies category killers because they are primed to do damage. When you look at some of the things that went over, just from taxis to Airbnbs and hotels to, hotels to Airbnbs and taxis to Ubers and stuff like that, guys. What we're doing right now is we're going from, again, the regular solar companies into a high ticket sales juggernaut, guys. And this company pays us seven different ways. And I'm not going to go over every last one of them, but for the sake of time, I want to go over some that are very, very important, starting with personal sales. And see, when you look at, the ability to earn 70% commissions on your personal sales to the tune of $7,000, because the average sale is about $10,000, per transaction in our model. $7,000, guys, is a lot of money. One sale per month, guys. Just one sale per month is a six-figure, annual income. Okay, and so you'll see people, do as many of these as they can in a month, right? And so you'll see some people match some people's annual income in a 30-day window. Okay, and then when you look at the mentorship sales, people talking about leads. The leads don't get any better than this, guy. When you have proven yourself worthy, you went through our mentor process and you've been vetted out, tested out, and now all of a sudden we put your name, on the list. And now anybody who gets a bill can use you and pick you and choose you to help them close that deal. Guys, you get half of the commission, right? And just to become a mentor, 3 sales training with the mentors so you can learn our actual system here. Yeah, solar is vast. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. We just want to make sure you're doing it our way. Then you close 5 sales on your own, right? again, we want to make sure that you can actually hold your own, you're confident, and then now you can go out there and you can represent the company on a high level. So again, that competency, certification, got to have it. But become a mentor, guys, split the sales. And like I said, when you look at the money that's being made here, help 4 consultants close their first 3 training sales, guys. That's 12 sales at an average of $3,500 after the actual split. That's $42,000 in commissions. And guess what? You helped people, guys. You didn't go and find a lead. You didn't do any marketing. You didn't do any advertising. You just showed up and you got your certificate, your certificate. Okay. And so that's huge. So when you look at the team building overrides, guys, for those of you who say, you know what, I like the aspect that I can actually earn a living. I can change my career and go straight solar sales. I can do a lot of damage that way. But you know what? I actually have, people who are looking for some money as well. And when you actually start to build, a small team, what happens is you'll go from actually having a 20% front line as a consultant, right, on every transaction that your team does, to manager when your team gets 10 sales. Manager, again, you go from 20 to 30. And guys, guess what? The more you do, the more you garner, the more a company pays you. 35%, 40%, all the way up to 45% frontline at national director, guys. And I'm gonna just tell you the qualifications, after studying all these companies that's in this industry, right? The qualifications that you are seeing here, right? They are very, very easy to obtain. As a matter of fact, and most companies that are out there, just to get to the first level of leadership in other companies, you actually have to do what we have set for director or executive director. We don't want to keep you away from the money. We want you to get to the money as soon as possible. We believe in leadership development. We believe in developing from within. And again, if you're going to do something, phenomenal, something epic, again, you have to reward people and pay people more than what they actually earned. Okay. So when you look at the manager overrides, guys, again, that's you in the blue, right? 30% override on your first level. Everybody that you personally enroll, 10% override on the entire team beneath them going down to infinity. So in this example, manager with 10 consultants doing 1 sale each, guys. That's what helping 1 person per household go solar, 10 solar deals per month on your team, 4 coming from your first level. Okay, that's the key. 6 coming from anywhere on your team. That's approximately $6,300 in overrides. If you do 1 sale yourself, $7,000 would be your commission on your personal production, $6,300 in overrides, plus $7,000 in personal sales. That's $13,000 in a month. Okay. Now, director with 10 consultants doing 2 sales each, guys, with a team of 10 consultants helping 2 household go solar per month, 20 solar deals per month on your team, 8 coming from your front line. Okay. 12 coming from anywhere else in your group. That's about $13,800 on average, right? If you do 1 sale yourself, $7,000 would be your commission on your personal production. $13,000 in override, $7,000 personal sales. That's $20,000. And guys, this is the thing I want to ask you, because you have a lot of people say, well, I'm not good at sales. I don't really like working with people. Guys, for $20,000 a month, do you think you can learn how to like people? You think you can learn how to like to lead and help other people, right? And so it's just, again, we're in a place right now where we can do as much good economically as we possibly desire for a lot of people around us. And that's what I really want you guys to open up for, because if this is a network marketing company, guys, you would not have those type of opportunities. You wouldn't have this type of money on the table. You wouldn't be able to help everybody that's on your team, because in network marketing, 95% of people in those companies, they make no money. Okay. But here, 100% of the people who actually open up their own solar brokers, guys, they can make a flat out fortune. And guess what? They don't have to have experience. And guess what else they don't have to have? They don't have to have $100,000 to $200,000 to open up their own solar company. Okay. Because when you're looking at opening up your own traditional solar company, guys, you got to have a relationship with installers, right? You got to have marketing team. You got to have a CRM technology, operations and customer service. You got to have a sales team, accounting. Guys, it's a lot of money that you have to shell out. Just to continue to maintain your business and keep your doors open is $15,000 to $25,000 a month, depending on what type of business you're doing, what areas you're in. Okay, so again, you're taking on a business that gives you all of that, right, for $200 or less. Okay, and so the other thing that you have, guys, we're not just a one-trick pony, right? We're not putting all of our eggs in one basket. We are very, very versatile, and diverse. So when you look at home and business security, guys, that's very, very big as well. So ADT is a company that we partner with, as well as Brinks we just brought on. So again, for a person who is saying, you know what, I have done sales before, and I would like to actually now come do sales for you guys. Guys, you can sell anything and everything that we have. You don't have to specialize in solar or ADT. You can do a combination of both, because guess what? They're both going a house. One customer can buy 2 or 3 things from you, or 4 or 5 things from you. I'll give you an example. When you look at Apple, guys, and we'll wrap this thing up. If you look at Apple, Apple is the most, say, impactful and significant company in the world. It's the most admired company in the world. Let me say that. And when Apple came out with the Mac computer, guys, people loved it. They fell in love with it so much that people who got Macs said, you know what, I want an iPhone. Now I want an iPod. Now I want an iPad. Now I want iTV. Now I want iTunes. And everything that Apple puts out, they buy, because Apple has already earned the trust, of their customer base. And so the same thing here, guys. When I look at everything this company has put together for us, guys, when it comes to Freedom Forever, he went over that. Watt Hub, the commercial, a company that does, commercial solar for businesses in 48 states, ADT, Brinks, and everybody else that we're about to partner with, guys. Again, all we're doing is solidifying ourselves in the #1 slot, okay, in the high ticket and solar arena. Okay, we'll be #1. And guys, you know who will be #2? Who cares? Right? They'll be so far away from us that they'll never catch us. Okay. And so when you look at getting started, it's very, very simple. You look at the affiliate program. In my opinion, affiliate program is the best referral partnership I've seen, because normally, when you're referring people to a company, they give you these little bird dog fees, $50 and $100. Our company is giving people $500 to $1,000 per install. So if you don't even want to do the business, don't want to be attached to the company from a business perspective, all you have to do is, tell somebody about your friend, your family member who is actually selling solar. And every time they do a deal, you get $500 to $1,000. Can't express it enough. Consultant, $149 down, guys. Nationwide solar business, nationwide ADT business, access to all tech and trainings and everything that we have to come. Now, this is cool because, again, remember I talked about the operation cost, one, getting the business started for $149, and then $49 a month. Well, when you actually help 4 people get positioned in the same position or higher than you do, guys, you pay 4, or you refer 4, and you pay no more. So now your monthly overhead, as it pertains to keeping your systems going and flowing and supporting, you don't have to worry about it. And then you have the builder. This is the most popular because, again, this is the one that gives you the most freedom, more flexibility, but also more access to the vault, right? $199 one time gets you $99 a month, nationwide solar business. Okay, you're now able to do business in residential, 35 states around the U.S., nationwide ADT business, and brings access to all tech and trainings, guys. Byld rewards memberships and the Smart Money Club membership. Okay, now, and then, again, refer 4, and you pay no more. So when you look at money, and I'm just like, when it comes to money, I have an idea, and I have this philosophy that, I don't take advice from people I would not trade places with, right? And Winston Navarro is a person who's, again, very, very wealthy man, very successful man in business. And his idea, when he and JC and the Pacheco's put this company together, was to make sure that you never, ever have to stomach, someone telling you that they made a ton of money and Byld and lost it. Right? We want to make sure that you make the money, but we also want to make sure that you know how to sustain it. You know how to scale it, right? And you know how to go out there and empower other people while you're doing so, right? That's the thing when it comes to the Smart Money Club. You see all these things that we offer, guys, to the points where, you even have realtors who who may lose deals because their clients don't qualify for credit. Well, we have a credit building program that you can give that to them for free and help them get their credit up. And now that person can buy solar, can buy a house, or buy whatever. Tax planning, being your own bank. Guys, there's nothing like learning how to take $1 and getting paid off of it twice, right? And that's a whole other story for a whole other day. But tax-free retirements, and then business match-free, entity structuring, establishing corporate credit, which a lot of people have no idea how to do. okay, access to capital, good versus bad benefits. Guys, all of this is actually in your membership. And each and every last one of these guys, each and every last one of these, a person can turn these into a high ticket item and charge you $2,500 to $10,000 just to teach you these individually. And these are things that we give you for free. Okay. The only problem with giving you things for free is that you don't appreciate it. Right. And so because it's a part of your membership, you don't pay for it uniquely and individually. Some of you guys will never go back there and click on it. And that would be the travesty. Right. But Byld membership, I use this already. I've been to Vegas and I've also been to California. Both times I used it to get my hotel room. I saved $28 a night at the Venetian. Okay. And as you can see, guys, they have restaurant discounts, shopping discounts, travel discounts, and then, people who actually make them a lot of money and some of the wealthiest people in the world. Think about this. They don't spend their money. They save their money. They get the best deals, and then they take the money that they save and they invest it again. So this is one of the perks and benefits that, again, that got me. It sold me when I looked at the company. And this is the residual reoccurring income. Okay. And, like JC said, when he introduced me, guys, my wife and I, we've been fortunate enough to actually create some wealth in different industries. Okay. And our most successful run was creating a residual reoccurring income of over $45,000 a month. When you look at residual, 65, 70 at its peak. But that money will come in month after month after month after month. Well, that's never happened before in the solar industry, guys. And when you look at people who are coming in, they know the money is here, right? And whether they're learning the tricks of the trade, and when they're getting in and getting those installs, and they found themselves waiting for the funding in another company, they had no money coming in, right? Here, the company says that what we're going to do is we're going to allow you to build up a portfolio of salespeople. Okay. And based on the revenue that we generate from the actual memberships, as we're going to be able to pay you anywhere from $500 a month to $250,000 a month, a residual reoccurring income. And that's exclusive of the matching bonuses off to the right. Okay. So for me, it was a no-brainer, guys. I'm like, I don't know anything about solar, and I didn't. And most of my people that I'm bringing on board, guess what? They didn't know anything about solar. But what we did know is that we know how to pass on the word and make word of mouth advertising something so special that we can create a $4,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 residual check, regardless of whether we sold anything that month or not. Okay? And so that's what's special about the compensation plan, guys. It's just remarkable how they set it up. But again, going back to those of you who actually want to take part in that benefits package that we have and the the actual residual income that we are extremely excited about. You want to get the builder pack. That's why it's the most popular. $199 down one time, $99 a month, and then you go back to it, guys. You refer for and you pay no more, right? And so with that, guys, we want to say thank you for, again, investing your time with us. We know you could have been anywhere else, and doing anything else, but you chose to be here with us. And what I would suggest you do is this: get back to the person who invited you guys, because that person can answer any question that you have, or they have access to the person that do. And then put yourself in a position where you let them know, hey, look, I want to go ahead and just be a referrer. Everything else is for everybody else. Two, I want to just go ahead and just worry about myself. I'm gonna mind my business, and all I want to do is sell. Okay. Or you might be like a person like myself, right? And you just want to be able to go out here and build a book of business that will span the entire United States of America, right? And put yourself in a position where now, without you being there, without you being present, without you participating, you're now overriding 100% of everything that happens within your network from this point going forward. So what I would like to do is bring my partner in crime, VP of Sales, back to the line and say, JC Rangel, if you got anything you want to say closing out, but that's my time, and I'll turn it back over to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wow. First of all, Mr. Bean, amazing job as usual. As usual. Not surprised at all. So I'm getting excited as I'm on here, and I'm seeing the chat going crazy. So here's what I would recommend to people. As Mr. Bean said, get together with the person that invited you. There is, by the way, a Spanish presentation being done by Mrs. Brenda Nava in 20 minutes at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So If you speak Spanish and you want to see this information again, to catch it one more time, I recommend come back in 20 minutes. If you for those of you guys that want to get some of your Spanish speaking people at 6 p.m., which is, once again 20 minutes from now, Mrs. Brenda Nava is going to be doing a Spanish presentation. So with that being said, Mr. Bean, thank you everybody for getting on. We are doing this again. We do this every Tuesday and every Thursday. So this Thursday in 2 days, same bat time, same bat channel. We're going to do it again, and we're building. By the way, I have a testimonial. This is impromptu. I was about to close this thing out. I got to do this because every week, Mr. Bean, I forget. If we got Jabari on the line, matter of fact, I know he's here because he just commented. If we could get Jabari to get off of mute and to get on here, because people want to know about, is there money to be made in this business, right? Jabari, are you on? Let me know,
Yes,
brother.
I am on. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine, my friend. So question, Jabari. The average commission with the company is $7,000. So that means that the average split commission is $3,500, right? How many
Correct.
of those split commission deals did you do in the month of March?
I closed 28 deals in the month of March.
28 deals. So here's the thing. We're not going to talk about incomes here. And listen, this is not a guarantee of income. You could come in and make nothing. What I'm trying to do is paint the vision. 28 split mentor deals at $3,500 a piece. That is a really good year that month.
Right.
If that income was what he made for the year, he'd be in the top 2 or 3% income earners in America, if that's what he made in a year. But let me ask you, Jabari, out of those 28 sales, Jabari, how many doors did you knock on?
0.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, good. How many homes did you go into to sit down with the customer over the kitchen table to present this deal?
0 again.
So how'd you close those deals?
All done via Zoom, ladies and gentlemen. Right? I mean, that's the most I think that's the most funnest part about this whole business is that you don't have to intrude into people's personal space. You know, homeowners don't have to vacuum and sweep and put clothes on and put the dogs up and put the cats up. You know, people got, pet allergies and there's all kind of stuff. You know, we had COVID. People are scared about just letting people into your house. So the fact that we get to share this wealth of knowledge, because like you said, JC, a solar sales presentation is not a presentation. It's not a sales pitch. It's just facts. It's just an IQ test. You know, I just closed the deal in Connecticut just before we got on here. Homeowners paying 39 cents per kilowatt hour compared to 19 cents what he's going to be paying with solar. His payment goes from $389 a month to $269 a month. The guy's a finance guy. So now he's like, oh, wait a second. I might be able to just get my own financing and get an even better deal. He's totally blown away because the math speaks for itself. When I showed him on the first slide that you're paying in 9 years, you're spending $100,000 with the utility, he was like, this is a no-brainer. Right? Wow. So solar sells itself and we get to spread this gospel over technology, right? It's convenient for everyone. Homeowners are engaged. They bring their spouse on, they bring the kids on, everyone's plugged in. They're looking at satellite views of their home and they're like, this is a no-brainer, right? And so that's the fun part is we get to just spread this gospel to everybody and it's all love at the end of the day, right? We're saving the earth. We're saving our homeowners money, and it's the largest transfer of wealth in history. Wow. I'm done.
Bro, somebody get this guy a mic so he could drop the mic.
I need a mic to drop.
Right? He says, I'm done. He dropped the mic. So the beautiful thing is you got that a lot of people here have been involved in network marketing before, and it's a beautiful industry. And this is high ticket sales, real lucrative career path, and network marketing came together and had a baby. That's what we have this opportunity with. Somebody like Jabari can make a tremendous amount of income without relying on a team. But building a team, if you are those people that like to build a team, not only that, I've been involved in direct sales and network marketing all my life, and always going to talk to that higher echelon entrepreneur, like the insurance agent or broker, the real estate agent or broker, the loan officer, was always like, they didn't really look at me as their peer. When I talked to them about opening up their solar brokerage nationwide and how they could add an extra $50,000 to $100,000 per year from their existing clientele, I've got their attention. They're used to talking about this big money. So now people like that are attracted to what we've got. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, get together with the person that invited you and shared this information with you. This is going fast, right? And we are just getting started. So one more time, in 15 minutes, we have the Spanish overview. With that being said, Mr. Jabari or Mr. Bean, anything you want to add before we close this up?
I'm good. That's
Perfect.
Let's go.
Let's keep that mic dropped. So have a good evening, everybody. I'll see you guys in 15 minutes. Those of you guys coming on in 15 minutes for the Spanish one, same batch channel. See you guys there. Have a good night. Bye-bye.